Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
Hey, welcome to Unanimous Corner, bringing you another episode of Unanimous Decision. And today, who we talking about, Bill?
Hey, y'all got to stop playing with us and put some respect on our name. I'm tired of y'all. But anyways, man, we got a good one. You heard what he said, Unanimous Decision. That's our exclusive interview series. Today, we got a good one. Guy hails out of Decatur, Georgia. Part of a super group. Gave you Let's Get Married. Promise. Where the party at?
Gotta be.
Today, we got Wild Kyle Norman out of the group, Jagged Edge.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, today we got a legend in the building. We got Kyle Norman. You ready to step into the ring, sir?
Man, let's do it, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, this gonna be a good one, man. Let's ride.
Absolutely.
Hey, Kyle, check this out. As a youth coming out of Decatur, Georgia, correct?
East side, Scottsdale, baby. You got the east side, you got Decatur.
Okay.
I am from the dirty Decatur. But humble beginnings, Decatur.
Okay. As a youth, Atlanta, you guys have a lot of musical influences there, whether it's locally, and then we all listen to music nationally, whether I know with me, my background is gospel and R&B and soul and so forth like that. Did you pull from any influences to bring you to who you are today as far as Kyle the singer?
You know what, brother? I used to direct the youth choir at New Birth, and the youth choir was between the ages of 13 to I think 20, 21.
Okay.
So it was a boom. So of course, the 13 and 14-year-old, they're on the third row. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had them pipes. I was on the front rack. You know what I'm saying? That was my mission. I'm had to get up there, and I up under the leadership of Byron Cage, the prince of praise. Byron Cage, up under him, and he had a meeting, and he was like, "Can any one of you direct the choir while I go take this call?" And I jumped up, and so once I got into loving music, I was in church 9 days out the week. You understand me? You say 7, but I could have sworn about 9. About 9 days out the week went to church. You know what I'm saying? But we had a very strong youth department, which is great. We had like in our choir, we had 125 voices, bro.
Damn.
You feel me? So it's like at 13, 14, 15, I was directing the choir, the senior, the junior director. You feel me? So it's Byron and it's Kyle. So that was major. So people was like, "Yo, this little chubby little boy up there he had this thing." You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be in this gospel group. They call themselves Agape, and they were the older teams, and I wanted to be in the group because one of the members left, and they was like, "You too young," and woo wop. I felt defeated. And so I walked away with an attitude, being young, and I turned back around and I was like, I'm going to get me a group and we ain't going to sing gospel. They turned around and looked at me like, okay, bye. And after hearing this and I made that declaration, I just prayed and I probably like, God, I want to be in the group. I just want to be a part of something that's important to where I can leave a mark on this earth. And I prayed without ceasing. And a few years later, I used to have dreams of me sweating on stage and I could see 3 other guys. We're talking about 13, 14, I can see, wake up out my sweat. Wake up out my dream sweating. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, of course, I wasn't into discerning that dream because I'm young. You just dreaming and, And, of course, to make a long story short, I ended up putting Jagged Edge together at New Birth, Brandon Bryan first and Wingo, he was at this other church called Elizabeth. And our choirs we had the best choirs in Atlanta, so we went back and forth. So that's how I knew Wingo. Wingo had a finger wave with a blood little patch in there. They're from that west side. So, the east side, we had all the pretty girls and the high right, low left fade with the curler. They had gold teeth. They girl had hair over their eyes. Like a bunch of drug dealers and strippers in the choir. We had a bunch of pretty boys and cheerleaders in our choir. But together, man, we could sing. I'm talking about, really rock the house. And like I say, long story short, I ended up putting Jagged Edge together to where now we have shows. I can see them three guys.
Yeah, it's
on the side, like
it's
now
becoming real now.
Is a part of three. So to God be the glory for that. But in our household, my mom, she allowed us to listen to R&B. Of course, Roach rap wasn't out then. You had Run DMC. You had DJ Cash and the Furious Five. We was coming up off of that, Houdini. You know what I'm saying? So the music wasn't as vulgar, but my mom, no racist. Like my mom didn't allow any type of racism in the house. Crack over there, anything. Because she stood on, she was a strong Mama G. She stood on her beliefs and respecting one another. So a lot of that is just not the music, it's the upbringing of good parenting. Not strict parents to it. Because if they were strict, I probably wouldn't be doing R&B.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Facts.
So by them allowing me to and my sisters to let us listen to it and with respect of, guiding what we was listening to. Cause my mama, when NWA came in, she listened to it. I'm talking about the first with Easy-E.
Yeah.
NWA, you know what I'm saying? So she listened to the cassette tape, and she was sitting on my bed. I'm like, "What's going on? What you in my room?" She said, "Why would you listen to some music that's just cussing you out? I can't let you just." I'm like, "Mama, it's just some music." And she said, "Yeah, I don't like that." You know what I'm saying? She wasn't all gung-ho about Jagged Edge either, because it wasn't Jagged Edge, it was Twin AK. Twins, Al and Kyle, before Wingo was in the group. But we all came from the church. And, Twin, the mother was like, "I'm going to tell y'all like this," because she was a blues singer. She said, "If y'all gonna make songs where I can cover my ears, that means that's an embarrassment to your parents and to what you're representing. So if you're singing music to where everybody can respect it and feel it at the same time, then y'all making timeless music."
Yeah.
And so we stood on that, like, we gonna represent the fellas, but we gonna come with a message. We may look like some hoods because we want to look like that brother who date that boyfriend, that homeboy. We don't want to look like no curly hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because everybody ain't R&B looked. We can respect the music, but we wanted to identify with the culture. So we don't never call ourselves an R&B group. We call ourselves an R&B crew.
Do you think, since you mentioned coming out of, Reverend Long Church and Byron Cage, do you think, like, because I hear how you guys sing in your voices, y'all got a lot of soul. And I always say this, I've said this to a couple other people, a couple artists who come on our show. And I feel a lot of the true singers, they come out the church, especially in Southern, because we're from Florida.
Come on, I already know. Florida, football and church.
Yeah, football and church.
Yeah,
football and church. And so I feel that, it's maybe something about a Southern or just that church vibe or whatever, but we all have a certain that choir marching in and that Hammond organ screaming. Screaming. So it seems like that you're falling right along with that.
Yeah. If you could tell, like you said, some of our, we can sing everybody else's song, everybody can't sing our songs.
Facts.
Because we sung in a choir, and in the choir, you got them half notes, you got them whole notes. A lot of people say them soul notes, but they really like fifth, half, a third, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we can sing everybody else's song because they're doing the standard. But when they try to do ours, they don't hear how we curving and like, what is? Oh, I thought it was that. We like, yeah, we can tell. We can hear it. But, choir is the best tutorial way of learning how to sing 3-part, 4-part harmony. And being up under Byron, he didn't play. He can hear a bad note, a sharp note, or a flat note. And he would be, if it be 4 of us, he'd be like, all right, the 4 of y'all sing. Okay, you sit down. Boom. The 3 of y'all singing. Okay, you sit down. The 2 of y'all singing. Okay, it's you. You on the 3rd row. You come right here. He was like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people probably thought that was harsh or cruel, but he was putting, let all things be done in decency and in order. And if the spirit is in the room, it's organized, it's ordained. You just go, you'll take people out of the spirit. Yeah. You feel me? So with that organized singing like that, it definitely helped a whole lot with us.
Okay. And not just the militant background, the parents, I think they kind of like bled into your culture. So one thing I can say about you guys, and even talking to you today, you guys seem extremely headstrong. So I want to take you to the first album.
Let's go.
All right. So after Gotta Be, as a fan, I'm in elementary school. Like I saw the video. I'm like, oh, they got the girls from Destiny's Child in the video. So
yeah.
And then also because of the twin element, you guys, for me, it's like, okay, recognizable. I remember after that song coming out, me and my sister bought the album. I remember you guys being well on your way to being a household name. However, when I look back at reviews and all that stuff, I think critics were a little harsh because of the soft album sales.
Right.
So what was your confidence after the first album? Did you know that a sophomore album was a definite, or were you guys discouraged from some of the harsh criticism?
Well, at first, our first single was The Way You Talk to Me, and they called that a no-brainer because they had Jermaine Dupri and the Bread on there. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, they called those songs no-brainer. Oh, that's going to the top. You got the top rappers on there. So we were like, we on our way, and we were on our way down, not on our way up. We was on our way out. And so they 86 that. Mm-hmm. And we went on to Gotta Be. And Gotta Be started slow. It started slow, which Gotta Be was one of the very first songs that Brandon Bryan wrote. So we were singing that song a cappella.
Yeah.
And when we went, we sang that song a cappella, you know what I'm saying? So JD put music to it. And I remember him, and at the time it was Candy and Zebo that was our manager. I remember hearing Zebo and JD in the car just like, no, this is it. This is the song. And I'm like, okay, of course we like all of our songs, but it was really grooving. But it burnt slow, and we went into the office with the general manager, and he was like, yo, Gotta Be is slow, man. We already dropped the ball on one. The second one, man, we don't know. So we felt defeated, and we went home, and twin mother, my Dukes, we got my Dukes. My Dukes is twin mother. My L is Wingo mama, and Mama G is my mother. But my Dukes and my mother, they sung in chorale together. That's an audition choir at Newburgh. They were amazing, And she was like, "What's wrong with y'all?" Because we felt defeated. We was going to the garage, to get that acoustic sound, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we out there. She just saw us with her head in our laps, and she's like, "What's wrong with y'all?" We were like, "Man, they talking about dropping us and busting that." She said, "Well, I see y'all praying, but what are y'all praying? And when you open up a prayer, you have to close it. How are y'all closing y'all prayer? Are y'all saying, thy will be done? Or are you just saying, amen, your will be done? Because your will may be 5,000 and God's will may be 5 million. You know what I'm saying? We were like, wow. She said, from now on, just pray the prayer at the end. Thy will be done, Lord. Because, my will may not be big enough. I'm thinking about Lennox Mall. Mm-hmm. And you thinking about, Lennox World.
Sold out concerts, international, Grammys. You think about all that.
God is up there. So we start sincerely praying that prayer, just closing it. Thy will be done, thy will be done. And Gotta Be turned around. To God be the glory. It turned around. And we just knew then that we got him.
Yeah.
Long as we can get their ear, we got music that was different, and we knew it was different. I just knew when I picked Twin them to be in a group because I told them that I got this group they need to be in. I had no group in mind. I had to, stick to what I saw in my dreams.
Yep.
I got a group. Y'all need to be in my group. They were like, what's the name of your group? Y'all just come and see.
Just come get it.
We're gonna get it in there. And when Gotta Be hit, it hit to where JD was like, yo, man, everybody loves this song. They play it at their weddings. We need to do a wedding song. We need to do a direct wedding song.
So that was intentional.
He so Let's Get Married was definitely an intentional song.
Okay.
All right, so let me.
Go ahead, bro.
You say that it was intentional, but however, did you have the foresight at the time that it was every weekend of every week of the year is getting played at somebody's wedding? So did you have the foresight after it was recorded that it was going to be a massive hit like that?
Well, no. But I didn't. You really never know. You have the hopes. You really have the hopes of, man, I hope they get this and understand it. Because it's a strong song. Brandon Bryan pen, it represented men. It didn't represent fantasy. A lot of R&B men songs, and nothing against what's the name of that group? I give you the sun, the moon, the stars, the rain. That was like
you talking about you talking about he talking about After 7.
I love After 7, but it was like that was the formula for men, kind of talk fantasy. I give you the world, I give you the flower and the trees, you know what I'm saying? So
y'all spoke to us. Y'all spoke to the streets.
Yeah, we spoke on the behalf, and like we said, we speak on the behalf of all the brothers, things that we've been through and things we would like to go through. So you can tell by that first lyric, see, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'm gonna keep it real and say what's on my heart. Let's take this chance and make it feel relevant.
Y'all the cheat code. Relevant.
So I knew then, like, forgive my friend, man, these niggas is
Hey, you know what?
So it was like I was witnessing poetry in motion to where, like, yo, I love these guys, and I thank God for the vision for me to be man enough for that God, that lie he gave me to say I had a group. And so I'm like, I love their pen because they always was in competition with each other about, so it was a good thing. It was a fuel for each other, and which made a great song. But after hearing that song, it came back to us to where they only played 3 songs that's guaranteed. There's Let's Get Married, Stevie Wonder, Ribbon in the Sky, and Atlantic Star. Girl, you are to me all that a woman should. They said those are guaranteed. They said, but if you don't play them 2, Let's Get Married, we're definitely tearing a hole in somebody's carpet. So that's definitely an honor to where even when we gone, our mark is still here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our mark is still here because it's a celebrated song, and it is. I just thank God for that. And I
even
thank God
the remix,
for Brian and Wingo for being a part of that.
But the remix hit. I mean, you can play either one. Remix. You can play either one. And
I play both at my wedding.
They different.
There you did.
Totally
yes,
different.
You did. And so when I had got to the I remember seeing JD, he had got these drums, JD played the drums. So I remember him getting these electric drums, and he was just, and so he just boom, boom. And so the song started to build, and he got in contact with Reverend Run. I remember I showed up at the studio, and Reverend Run was already in there. And he traveled, I forgot this other guy, he traveled, his homie. And so Reverend Run was like, okay, cut that. Yo, go to the store and get that thing I like, you feel me? Go get that. I'm not gonna put his business out there what he got, because that's my rip. You know what I'm saying? But as he poured his gin and juice.
Seagrams? Oh, okay.
Bumpy face. Naughty head.
Not that naughty head. That naughty head.
He said, God want this to happen. God ordained this to happen. I'll be right back. JD, I'm in the booth. Let's go. JD, he played that thing and said, one take. What's going on across? I said, we out of here.
You got a hit.
We hit the stars. but
you knew y'all had one right there?
Yeah. Well,
you knew it was it?
We said, what's going on? Because that beat was already boom. Got boom.
The beat was already nasty.
That's hard times, bro.
Yeah. Typically,
see, I grew up in that era. I'm 46. So, you know, I'm born in 76. So, in Run DMC, that was the epitome of boom. So, just to sit next to him and, you know, Jam Master Jay was alive and DMC. So, but everybody loved that Run. You feel what I'm saying? So, it was like we got Reverend Run and it just manifested itself, man. And it was just awesome in our relationship with him. So, it was just, the song gave us a relationship with Reverend Run. I know Run from Run DMC, you know, and this great song that he loved the song to remix it. So like the elements is just such a blessing in it, man. You can't mistake a blessing for nothing else but for what it is, and that was a blessing.
So it's funny how you talked about you guys made songs for us that were more realistic than I Give You the Sun, the Moon, all that, or
no, but just more relatable.
Yeah, more relatable. Yeah. Oh no, we're not taking away from them now. Them boys.
Yeah, please don't. They showing up at your door these days.
Yeah. Hey, there's no sound bite,
you said about my
dad.
He can't fight now. He too old.
But we interviewed my homeboy P. Rowe from Prophet Jones. And he was saying his cousin,
Jones, wow,
that's my dog. Same thing. He played the drums too in church, but he was saying that his cousin used him to sing what he wanted to say to girls.
Wow.
So it's funny how you come right back full circle and say the same thing, that we're giving y'all what to say to what we're saying, but on a more realistic level. So that's pretty dope to how everything's come together.
Yeah, because we have something to say, and a lot of women don't know that. I mean, we have a heart. We have a heart. You know, we want to be in love. We want our back rubbed. You know, we want meals cooked. We want to be, hey, babe, I want to read something to you about it that's going to bring you up and bring you closer, because a woman that supports a man, she got to support a man that'll support her back as well.
Absolutely.
And so with that, I always tell people that the problem with us is that you only got one time for us to feel vulnerable and you mistreat it. And I always do this little demonstration of how a man is. I said, a man can have a boil on the inside of his buns. He's just sitting all uncomfortable. Shit. What's wrong with you, baby? Ah, man, right there. Baby, what's wrong with y'all, man, baby? But you want to holler like, man, I got this boil on the middle. You know what I'm saying? I need you to. So he just break down and be like, baby, you know what? I got this boil. Here's the blessing. It's in the crease of my cheeks. So she bust the boil. He relief, whatever. They get into a small altercation in front of the little folk, little disagreement. Here she comes. Oh, we're talking about how I burnt that boil. You ruined it. He would never, ever be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Again, because women can use that against us. So, you know, we felt the need to where, you know, we're going to let down our guards and let women know how we feel. It ain't all peaches and cream. Yeah. It's not, you know, I mean, we got songs that speak about that, how we feel, like head of the household. And like, baby, you got to know, like, I'm just not the man of the house. I'm the head of this household. I'm not the man of the hour. I'm not the man because I'm the man. I'm the man because of standards and what I expect, you know.
So Jagged Edge was one of the last true, real R&B groups to come out, right?
Yeah.
I can't really think of too many that came after y'all that had the same monumental effect that y'all did. But we do know that you guys came in and established yourselves as a force in the industry, right?
Right.
How does it feel to be a part of something like that?
You know what, bro? I don't think none of us think about it until the question is asked. To be honest with you, I don't think none of us, because I don't think that we are at that place of we finally getting noticed. I think people know that, dang, them boys been here for a minute. What did we miss something? Obviously, the music is standing the test of time. So we do know when we first started that it was a little rough. But we still did not get our due. We still all 4 original members. We still can jog and run fast. You know what I'm saying? We still pretty much got all our teeth.
Yeah.
But we just know that if God is for you, who can be against you?
Absolutely.
And we seen groups come, we seen them go. We seen them break up. We seen them try to get back together. We seen them, okay, we're just gonna work with this too, and we're gonna work with, but we're all here. So with that, I don't think we even think about, I guess, what other groups would think about to have that type of answer. We just know that we love what we do.
Yeah.
And in hopes that it beats the last number that we did on the last album. It's truly a blessing to still be here and healthy, have your right mind and activity of all your limbs. So I think more than anything, when we have interviews with brothers, it means that much more, because we know that we're not in this thing called love alone. Love is not an easy thing to define and understand, because
Facts.
it can pull from you, it can make you happy or sad.
Yeah.
So it's like, come what may, and you just learn how to deal with it. So we have interviews like with y'all bros, it makes it that much more interesting to know that we are all thinking in the same realm of, man, this is a manly conversation. Rappers are liars. I'm sorry. Rappers ain't nothing but liars. They just lie.
I mean, we and it's funny because we only have R&B on ours, so we're honestly focusing on R&B.
Yeah, something that's real.
This
is real.
To be real with you, you brought up the differences between rap and rappers and R&B artists, especially talking to you now. Like, I don't understand why there wasn't an incentive for So Def to sign more R&B acts. As far as I remember, Jagged Edge is the only male R&B act that I felt like came out of that camp that I remember. Maybe I'm tripping. Right. So was there any cases in the past that maybe a R&B group tried to be a So Def and then another label?
I'm sure.
I'm sure,
but JD, one thing I can tell you about JD, if he sign you, he's going to put your project out.
Yeah.
One thing about JD though, still, if it don't fly, he's not gonna try again.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I'm gonna let the people decide. With that, that's business.
Yeah.
If let's say both of y'all my friends, which y'all like, we don't have friends, we say we have family. So to both of my families, I give you a shot, and it bombed. I dropped 3 singles on you. It bombed. Basically, the world does not connect with you.
Yeah.
If I do a second album on you, it's because I love you.
Yeah.
Not because you produce. Say, obviously.
I got you. That makes sense.
It's business, bro. Yeah. It takes a lot of money to put an act out. So imagine if you independent, they tell you, if you ain't got $100,000 throwaway, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
You can pray all you want to, but God gonna tell you, it comes with, you got to you gotta let the rubber hit the road. You can be like, Lord, gonna be okay, you know what you got to do in order for me to bless you. So don't get in there expecting something for nothing. Come on, keep it real. You feel what I'm saying? So with JD, he have signed acts and they have flopped. And we ain't heard nothing else from them.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but T.I. did the same thing with his sons. He tried. It didn't work. He did the same thing with his daughters. You remember the girls,
the group.
girls? Yeah, the OMG girls. So, he tried with that. It didn't work. And I understood why he probably pulled back because I'm wasting money. Yeah. At this point, I'm not being a smart businessman. I'm being gullible in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm being gullible to my heart. I'm not thinking smart in my head. And so with JD, I commend him on that because I know a lot of guys who will sign you and don't do and won't release you, won't put your project out or anything like that. You stuck. I'm not gonna call no names, but old boy that made them folk walk for that cheesecake. He had them up in the bind. They want to let them go, and then they had, certain criterias of if they do this or do that. So they was like, in a shitty situation. We wanted to be with Puff over JD. We felt like it was more of a Puff group than a JD. To God be the glory always. And
absolutely.
Yeah, we did not sign with Puff because we from Atlanta. Puff got his ass whooped. Ain't none of that. We would have put a rock in the sock on. We would have leaned on him.
You wouldn't have got the cheesecake, Kyle. You wouldn't have walked to get the cheesecake.
I ain't walking to get no cheesecake. They ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Come on, man. I ain't doing this. I'm doing it for my man. Come on, man. Cheesecake. It ain't about that. It's about do I got it or do I don't. I ain't got to be walking to go get no cheesecake. So but that's Puff, and that when I line. But one thing about it, Puff love us. Puff got something for us. He pay us straight up, straight out. And he always tell you like, man, I rock with y'all, man. I really rock with y'all. But we was Michael Bivens group first.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, we were talking about
what time frame was this?
With Subway in 702.
Okay, because he went down to Atlanta for the
702.
Yeah, they was already
the games I played.
Yeah,
702. Yeah, ABC, MC Brains, and what I'm saying.
He went down to Atlanta to try to scoop some talent.
Boy, I ain't hear about MC Brains' name forever because he rapped and sang, right?
Yeah, he rapped and sing. Yeah. Okay. And so Bill 10, that was a major. It just seemed like it was a family. And but Bill told us, he was like, yo, man, I got so much going on. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all too good of a group for me to hold on to. But
that's dope.
Every time he saw JD here walk up to him, like, man, you stole my group. You stole my group, bro. Get my group back. JD like, nah, man, you gave them to me.
That's dope, though.
Man, he ain't yours. If you gave it away, it ain't yours no more.
That's dope. So, that's dope.
But to both of them, I have nothing but major respect because Brandon Brown are the core writers. They are the main writers of Jagged Edge. And when they came in, JD couldn't deny a pen. We are the only group on So Deaf who write all their material.
Yeah.
Only thing JD do is produce and write his rap. But he'll leave us in there 15, 20, the song is done. So Jagged Edge and the group, they're going to be, we're going to need about 3 days. You play that track, the song is done, bro. And so people was impressed. We're like, yo, they are great at what they do. But we was, from 15 all the way up until now, that's what we did. Rehearse. Everybody was at pool party. We was in the garage. And we talked about, we like, dang, we sure was. We missed out on pool party.
Yeah.
But it trained us for what our mission was. So everything we did paid off. And guess what? We still here today.
Yeah.
We started in 1996. Our album came out in 97. And it's 2022 going on 23 with our 11th album.
And that segues to right what I want to go to. I'm glad you said that. So Candy, the twins, B Cox, JD,
Zebo.
That
was Tiny Baby Day.
Okay, so that writing camp.
Yeah.
Hey,
Candy didn't do nothing.
Huh?
Candy didn't do anything.
No,
okay.
not
I mean, for the camp together.
Yeah, just the camp.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't believe. Yeah.
So y'all camp together. Y'all can stand up to anybody.
You know what, bro? You know what? And not to be arrogant. I catalog. Can't nobody be that. Not for song. You may have that favorite song where you be like, I like this over everything. Okay, but when the song go off, do you have something else behind that? When that go off, do we have something else? We ain't talking about a remix.
It's the
talking
total
about straight pound for band. Man, we're a trap house. We got everything in there. We got heroin, we got crack, we got reefer, we got pill, powder.
All right, so hey, Mr. Pusher Man, real quick.
Man, we a Pusher Man.
All right, so check this out. So Kyle, you mentioning track for track. I know you guys were one of the the early testers of the versus format. Since then, they've added some bells and whistles to it.
Yeah.
Number one, how do you feel about certain acts getting another shot at a versus challenge? Would that be something that you guys are up for? And number two,
because but let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Versus was just starting then, so the sound was kind of crappy.
Yeah.
We asked 112 them to come to JD's studio because of the studio.
Yeah.
They said they felt like it was kind of biased and they didn't want, but JD like it's a studio. I'm just trying to get the sound.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it, we got sound exchange money for them for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
So the beginning people that started early, we got stock in that versus the people that get paid now. So they just get paid and that's it. So we basically get paid off of them and everybody else that started first. So
that's dope.
Shouts out to Timberland and
that is dope.
Pharrell. Is that Timberland Pharrell? Who's that?
That's
Timberland.
Swiss.
That's Swiss. Yeah. I'm sorry, Pharrell. Get back in your place.
They pay, to be clear.
Yeah. So shouts out to them for keeping it real in doing that. So I think it's about like us and like 12 or 13 other people that gets that blessing because we first started and they didn't know it was trial and error. But I think Twin made mention that we would do it again because some people say 112 got that only because of the sound. 112 know good and well.
Yeah.
and no diss on them, no mark on them, but they know. They know that. They know. I mean, and we got a show together to where it's called The Experience.
Okay.
And it showed an experience tour. We air them out. By right. You know what I'm saying? And we love them. But it is what it is. You love the Bulls, but everybody knows who they like the Bulls. We know who like the Bulls. You can love Scotty, you can love BJ, you can love all of them. But you know what time it is.
Mike. And speaking of verses, it was some rumbling. Speaking of verses, Kyle, some rumbling going on about a so-so. Okay.
I thought you said somebody said something. Hold on.
No. Well, people are saying
something. Proud now.
They holler. I'm in the proud. They holler about So Def and Bad Boy. I think JD said something doing a verses.
Is there any validity to?
We can do it. I mean, what we got the Brat. We got but see, we better realize Usher is more so Def than anything else.
He is. Sure is. He is.
So if you want to pull that, you know what I'm saying? Because Nice and Slow was supposed to be our song. Twin them wrote that song with JD.
Damn.
Usher didn't do nothing but sing it.
I knew I knew they wrote it. I didn't know what the intention was for it to be a JE record.
Well, it wasn't, and it was. It was just a record where JD was like, "Yo, man, I need y'all to write me a record."
Yeah.
Considering, you know what I'm saying? So when Wingo came in, Wingo like, "Oh man, this song called The Chain." I'm sitting there like, "Oh, that is our song." "Oh man, we're gonna murk this song." So I'm like, "But is it our song?" Gonna find out. It wasn't, but so what?
I think that's
them to the writing level to where people are like, "Yo, there's some dope writers."
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And because of that, I think that adds value to the group. The fact that you guys got your fingerprints on so many other acts. So I think it happened the right way.
Hey, let me tell you something. Although me and Wingo can write, we don't bother Jagged Edge stuff. What God ordained somebody to do, don't get up in there and be like, "Well, Lord, I think you need to ordain me too. Follow me too." We never had that problem. We already knew that this is what this is.
Okay.
If we're gonna be a Corvette, they gonna be the motor. But I'm gonna be the best 4 set of tires on this.
Absolutely.
We know he gonna be the best interior. So we understood the vehicle, but all together we are the key.
Yeah.
to make the situation come together. So we all understood each other's assignment to where it wasn't nothing else but a unit. So whether Brandon Bryan got paid off their writing, so what? It's supposed to. So me and Wingo never was like, we all knew, we all could dress. So it wasn't like we saw something they had, we all had. My jewelry, so they like nobody came in with something drippy or whatever. He got another. It was never that. Our main goal was be on this bus, be at the airport, be in rehearsal, be at the studio. That was our main thing. That was it. It's still that till this day.
With that thinking, I want to ask a question.
Gotta love it.
So I'm gonna name a couple producers.
Okay.
Corner Boys, JD.
Put them boys. My house is called The Corner. That's where they get their name from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So every time I hear it, like at the beginning of the song, the Corner Boys, I'm always think, they got
now we know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the house they had. But I was on the news. They had bust my house with drugs and stuff.
You been for real?
Yeah, we talk about it. That was at the corner. You see, the corner had everything. We had music and drugs and female. So you go in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you go to the corner for, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then. So at
you
my
go
house,
to the
man, about 25, 50 people there on the daily.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was rap, Sci-Hi the Prince, Akon, Sci-Hi the Prince guy, his sister has a baby with my cousin, so that's how we call each other cousins.
He from
but I raised that, but I raised Sci-Hi, man, and put clothes on him and
it's
deodorant. So we go back.
He from he from Georgia?
South from Decatur.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like, cause he typically writes for like rappers from up north. That's why I'm
man. I mean, Sci always been, but I always humbled him because he always thought he was better than what he was. I'm like, Sci, you're not that great.
He got a nice pen now. He got a nice pen.
But we're talking about the attitude that comes with the skills.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so it's just like after a while, you would turn into a Kanye. Don't nobody want to hear you after a while because you're in your head, you become opinionated, you're not as humble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to remain humble in the gift God gave you because God will give it to you and he'll take it away.
Take it away.
You're not him.
Yeah.
So I used to constantly stay on Sci about, remain humble, groom your mind. You feel what I'm saying? And boom, no attacking, no loss on him. I'm always proud of him and what he do. But man, my house was all of that. So you had the Corner Boys with Danny, which Danny now, you see Danny on TV doing everybody's stuff, especially gospel, to the concert that you see, the award shows. I'm like, oh my God, I raised this kid. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Pierre, we call him P. I give everybody a nickname. So I said, man, y'all need to become a crew called the Corner Boys. People can come in and get rap from y'all, they get gospel from y'all, they get R&B from y'all. So we'll call y'all the Corner Boys.
And
so that's the way with it. We call them D-Town, P-Funk, and then you had Danny. We call him Danny D. But there was Brandon Bryan's producers that they became mine. No paperwork. I just wanted them to just have a name for themselves.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because there was a crew already that came. So, they was at my house. I clothed them. I mean, if I got a pair of extra drawers or something, like that.
It's family. And
that gave them Avery Reds. Like I didn't give them nothing small. I gave them the best.
Yeah.
That's
so
dope.
That they can look like, they fit the bill. So I don't hold that for granted. Like when I say I raised them boys, I don't say that I made them. I'm like, I helped raise what was already in them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. But everything else is them. God talented through them. I just helped house it.
So with them as well as the other producers that were like kind of like, I guess had a lot of synergy with you guys. JD, Brian Michael Cox.
Oh yeah, B Cox. Yeah.
And then also your bandmates.
God.
Who was who was more critical, like responsible for more critical sessions?
He looked like it.
Oh yeah.
B Cox. As a matter of fact, he was at noontime and B Cox was an arranger. He really wasn't a producer per se. He was an arranger, people that can arrange songs and do scales and scores and stuff. So he was kind of corny. I'm be honest, he was kind of corny in that. But we had at noontime, because we was with Teddy Bishop, J-Dub, Jazzy Faye. You know what I'm saying? Those were the cats in that studio. So B. Cox, he was just, he was just wiping his nose, blowing his nose. They would even give him the proper, they knew that he could engineer and stuff like that, but they never went for his tracks because he didn't have anything that would bite.
Yeah.
And one day he was in there playing, and he said it was Brandon Brown, but it was really Brian and me. And he did a track. We were like, yo, loop that right there. And that was the beginning of it. He listened. So we gave him one, but he threw back 3. So he'll be like, yo, loop that right here. Loop it there. He'll throw the cymbals, a drum, and what's the name? Like, oh, yeah. Hey, try this little sound right there. He'll come back and throw 3 more on top of that before we knew it was boom. So we told JD, yo, we got this dude who's a fool, because JD don't play.
Yeah.
He's just technical. He'll get the beat, or he can take a sample. He'll like ting, 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 and put those chords.
He can play. Like J-Dub. J-Dub can play.
He played like J-Dub. You feel what I'm saying? J-Dub was the guy. He was our guy. We didn't care too much about Teddy Bishop. We had J-Dub, and then we had this other dude named Gizzo. Gizzo was tight too. And we was with those guys, but B. Cop came and thumped them.
Yep.
Straight off the tape.
Solid.
Damn.
Hey, to this day, so it's like Snoop and Dre, the Brat and JD, and B. Cox and Jagged Edge. Just like, we get together, you're gonna get some fire. Natural.
Gonna get some fire.
We have that chemistry.
I agree.
Gotcha. So we got we've seen R&B artists.
Yes.
Boyz II Men, Jagged Edge, Charlotte Wilson, Monica Escape. You can name them, right? For some reason, their careers seem to last for a long time. Y'all careers, R&B artists. But then you look at rappers, you have a few, but for the most part, once you get to a certain age, you ain't really trying to hear like a lot of those. Anymore.
How long do a lie last, bro? How long do a lie last, bro?
Hey,
my home, man, I look at rap like barbershop talk, man.
Okay.
Because you got to understand, what's the message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand me? Don't you play like that? I'm on my way to being a youth member, so I stopped drinking 5 months ago.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, bro. I felt like we had to help the youth, and I drank non-alcoholic beers. Because old dudes. So if you come in town, you want to come kick it, put some on the grill, bring me some old dudes.
I got you. I'm coming.
They low too, so you can bring me 2 cases.
I got you. We got 2 cases.
But you know what I love? I love to talk about the Lord and how he brought me through. But God told me, said, hey, the truth never lies. It don't have to. It don't even need a lie. But the lie need what? The truth.
Yeah, I need a part of the truth.
Yep.
The lie need the truth. So that's what rappers are. They lying about some truth that ain't even true. So how long do that supposed to last? That's a message. Let's get married means I want to have something concrete in love instead of let me tap that ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mama G.
Tap my wife. I don't want to tap my wife's ass like that. If I'm going to tap it because I'm intimately entangled with love.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm expressing my love. Me and my girlfriend was at the nail salon yesterday. And the girl who was doing my nails, she was like, how many women have you been with? I said, whoa.
Whoa, baby, come on with you.
Oh, right here. Me and my girl is right. Right here. And my girl is a classy nerd, which I love, because she ain't been doll and putting the suplex. And they did suplex her, you know what I'm saying? And thank God for her mama upbringing. Her mama ready to preach, mama. I tell her all the time, I love your mama. I'm glad she beat you with a shoe or whatever because
man,
I needed that. But, she asked me, I said, well, it doesn't matter. She said, do you know somebody that was your best? I said, I don't think I ever had a best. I think it was a good intimate moment. You know what I'm saying? And I said, if I could take back all of that, I would have chose my Ray Ray. Ray Ray had gotten me to stop. Well, she didn't stop me from drinking. She was patient during me finding myself. What made me stop? I was just tired of being lied to. I was tired of living a lie.
Okay.
I was tired of knowing the truth, fooling myself. I was tired of, again, knowing the truth and letting somebody lie to me. And that was rap. I don't like strip club. I don't like anything that degrades our people. Not just our Black people, but good people. You understand what I'm saying? And I just felt like God was like, it's a lot of people that want to be this, and that, but there are no youth ministers. That's why I came up with Council Block, which he said, I want you to look how you look. You got gold teeth. They're going to think you're a drug dealer and all that, but you let them know what you are and who you are. Yeah. So I'm walking in there, I'm going to school and for the custom academy, trading school. So God is involved with me totally different. It has nothing to do with Jagged Edge. Although Jagged Edge is that springboard. That's how God works. Because my mom said, God is going to use you, Kyle. It's going to be bigger than Jagged Edge. I said, Mom, you need to sit down. Jagged Edge is it, baby. You tripping. I know you're a good mama, but you're tripping. Jagged Edge is it. She said, no, I'm telling you. God got something.
Yeah.
God, one of them mama. I'm trying to tell you, God. And so I'm like, well, how come you see it and I don't? So with that, every day I take my walk with him more and more serious. And my light is shining because I'm not lying. I care about the fact that we need to be better people by the renewal of our mind. And I heard a bishop say today, don't let people use your ear as a dumpster. Calling you with gossip, calling you about nothing that has nothing to do with you. They taking their trash and dumping it all in your ear and in your body and in your spirit. I was like, wow. He said, yeah, but we allow that, and before we know it, we're caught up in missing out on blessings and stuff like that because you're putting other stuff in the atmosphere. So with Jagged, I appreciate that Brandon Bryan chose that role of being responsible. I don't think me and Wingo understood the assignment because we wasn't writing, but they took consciousness and wrote those songs. Gotta be, Let's Get Married, Promise. Those are songs, brother. You know what I'm saying?
And if you listen,
Hope.
Go ahead. Kyle, if you listen to your story, just the way you tell it in linear order, some of that is the foundation that your mom said too, because that's exactly what Mama G was talking about. Right. So, and I kind of, I'm trusting her judgment because she done told you about the dream and how to make that tangible. And now she's telling you about your next calling in life with the, and I don't want to jump too much ahead, but I got to ask
hey, brother, let me tell you something. You talking about God in it.
Yeah.
You better tell me, son. I want to hear. Come on.
Because
tell me, son, brother.
Because all right, so I'm the same way. Like I got called into youth ministering, and it's because of the way I look. Because like I feel like that just shows them that the kingdom of heaven is inviting to all people. But I'm gonna let you answer this question.
Amen.
We already know about the Jagged Edge angle, but what's next for Kyle? Like if you had to
ministry, bro. Ministry, I love God so much because I knew it was a call on my life. I didn't know. And let me tell you what's scary about how God uses you. He don't tell you. We're comfortable in how things are going to turn out. So therefore, we get involved with it. Okay, going to make me how much money? I do it. But if you don't know how much money it's going to make you, you're like, man, I don't know if I can do this right here. I don't see the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
So I just totally sold out because I'm growing. I'm growing. And I know if God is in it, you gonna win it.
Yep.
You know, so for me, I just want to go and get our culture and ask them simple questions. Is that the truth, what you believe? Do this song identify with you?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you like a song that call you a bitch and a hoe? Why do you like a song you get so hype about killing somebody you got your finger in their face? What have you taken on here? I don't listen to rap. I do a little Kendrick Lamar from time, but I don't bathe in it. I don't bathe in Jeezy. I don't bathe in Gucci. I don't bathe in 21 Savage. And then there's no knock on them.
You chasing consciousness. It's like
I have to, and
Yeah.
they not. And if they want to have a conversation, let's have it one-on-one, because it's not no debate to the principalities of who's right and who's wrong. This is a fight for morale.
Yeah.
You got a message to tell you kill your people. You got a message that's growing up people to where you're like, this is stuff I've been through. No, it ain't. It's fabricated. You talking about you had a shootout with the folks and you got this going to Columbia and stuff. No, that's not. You're fantasizing negativity. That's how come your folks are getting shot up. That's how come you going to jail. That's how come it's just not working for you, because your intent is fake. But you think it's real. God bless me. I want to thank God. You don't want to thank God for what? God ain't got nothing to do with that rap. You just killed your whole community and you gonna sit there, I want to thank God. What God you talking about? God ain't never did no rap like that. Don't put God in that mess. And so that's why I'm gonna ask them. So do you really thank God? I had to tell my son that, but dad, I just feel like you're a dream killer. I said, I'm a dream killer. Ain't in your dream. I mean, what are you dreaming about, son? I just told you a reality. Don't call me asking me for some money. I need $50. I already know that $50 for that from weed. That weed money. You know, I don't pay for other people's habits. That's a bad habit. Why would I give you some money for you to have a bad habit, son? Not saying that smoking weed is a bad habit, but that's your habit. You need to pay for that. But it just, well, God, God just used me to rap. God used you to rap what? Christmas present? That's the only thing God probably, he wants you to rap for Christmas present. He don't want you out there rap like that. Well, Dad, they ain't finna say. I said, so you telling me that you ain't gonna be in the studio smoking weed, drinking liquor with your homeboys in there with a pistol? That you telling me? Straight up? Because that's what that brings.
Yeah. It
brings that environment. I said, okay, what if the Lord bless you with $1 million? What you gonna do? I said, you just asked me for $50 to smoke some weed. So I'm gonna let them dig a hole and put my hand down there to pull them up. I'm gonna ask a question. So I'm not gonna preach them. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Why? Why do you believe that? And who told you that's the truth? They're gonna be like, you know what? It ain't right. That's how come I ain't right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we have a responsibility, bro, especially in a time like this. We have a responsibility. So what y'all are doing, I love that, because like you say, hey, y'all can be doing rap interviews and all that, talking about absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what the message was. Y'all got this.
And I think the thing with me and Bill, like, even though Bill's 10 years my senior, like, we grew up on R&B, so it's a genre we appreciate, because no matter what,
different times,
no matter what, I think that the common denominator is writers for R&B have always kind of been strategic on giving a lasting message with the pen. And here's another thing that I also want to speak on. A lot of times, like we know you guys from the music, but me and Bill are finding excitement in interviewing you guys present day, and we look forward to what's going next. So I do want to give folks to give an opportunity to follow you, like, personally, what you got on social media.
Yes, man, I would love to.
Yeah, to keep up with the ministry, to keep up with the music, to keep up with tour dates. Where could they find you on social media?
Man, you can find me at I am Kyle Norman _JE. And my other page is the New Castle Block Academy on IG as well.
There we go.
That content, you see me clean shoes. Like I've got the great.
I see some in the
It's
back.
like my little shoe. It's my little.
I see. Yeah.
My little, you know, but shoes like. Let me see. I'll be right back. Hold on.
He cool. I'll stitch this part together.
Yep.
So you know, I be doing tutorials of. I have a buddy who's on heroin right now.
Mm-hmm.
He was my running partner. He's on heroin right now, and his shoes did not look like this.
Mm.
They were destroyed. My girl was like, "You ain't bringing them bed bug Jordans." But they haven't seen how I cleaned it up. It took a little time, but I cleaned them up. It was horrible. So they Jordans.
Yeah.
I can resell those. So how I tell the kids or the students that's to come, we're all valued. And sometimes we get dirtied up.
Just gotta get cleaned up.
You gotta get cleaned up.
Yeah.
A Jordan is still a Jordan. But guess what? It can be what? A dirty Jordan. But when you clean it, guess what? It's a clean Jordan.
Right.
But it's don't knock the name of, it's a Jordan.
Yeah.
Brother, we are children of the Most High. Dirty or not, we still belong to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't belong to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Our soul and spirit don't belong to that rap song. You know, so I got different people. These are my next little situation. These are dirty. But look at that, these Spike Lees.
You gonna get them
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get them right so people donating stuff. And I had no idea what to do. Like Bo Jackson's.
Mm.
These are
Okay.
horrible.
Oh, those are Dion's. I think those are Dion's.
So people are going to see the tutorial of Kyle working in a whole different situation. Man, my joy to see the young kids come together, the young adults or the young kings and queens coming to the block. It's called Castle Block, where royalty meets culture. To see the smile on their face, like, yo, man, I mean, wow. Like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. You just like this shoe. You got to get cleaned up and know your value and know that people are here to see you win. But do you want to win?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you got to get out drugs in order for me to help you. Get out drugs.
Yeah.
I can't get you off drugs. You got to get yourself off of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, and to me, that's the beauty of your entirety of your run.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you speaking truth, but I think it does hold weight because people recognize where you come from, and I think you're using your celebrity for the kingdom, and I think that's,
I have to.
Yeah,
I have to. I mean, they're not going to listen to nobody else.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you and Bill could be talking about great, and no, it's the truth. They're like, but where we knowing from? From the truth? But yeah. But where we knowing from?
And then here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say this now, Kyle. This ain't the last time we having you on the show. I'm gonna exercise your I guess your platform. Like you said, people do respect it when it's coming out your mouth. So we gonna we hope, just like Joe, you'll be a friend of the show. Yeah, we'll bring you on again. And then hey guys, this is a guy that me and Bill grew up on. You guys have grown up on him as well, just because he's you've heard him at a wedding, you've heard him at a party. What a party!
You definitely heard him.
Yeah, you've heard his record.
You heard him. Okay, what to say? You heard it.
You could match a name with his face, and it's easy to do because he looks exactly the same. I called him a vampire earlier. So if there's somebody else that you want to see us interview, Bill said it earlier in this interview. Stop playing with us. Like, we really out here.
Playing with us out here. We out here.
So go ahead and
y'all out here, man. And I'm definitely gonna let people know if they can tune in and see the interview. I'll definitely let them know about the platform. But man, I love you guys' energy. I just thank God for you, and I just ask that the Most High continue to bless the show and grow the show.
Appreciate
the show, because it's a community. Everything ain't got to be wrong.
Yeah,
y'all make me feel good to know that it's not in vain what I'm doing. God is real. He never was fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people tried to make it seem like he did something. God ain't did nothing to you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can go praise somebody else who disrespect you and just give them all your money. You got to go buy a magazine and say that you look good, and just the next thing you can buy. But the Bible is free and told you that you are more all-powerful with none of that.
Yeah.
So it's like to change another mind, man. But I just thank God for y'all platform. And
now
I am more than happy.
We thank you, man.
To be on the next episode, which I got coming up, because where I'm at here and where I'm going next is going to be two different levels. And
can't wait to see
I want the world to see that y'all had this conversation with me first.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're going to continue just to grow together.
All right,
yes, sir.
Hey, drop y'all 2 cents in the who y'all want to see next. Drop that in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, our information is on the screen. Make sure you check us out. Follow us to keep track of who we got coming up next. Outside of that, everybody say peace.
Peace.